Hey, this is Eoin from the band Talos, and these are records in my life.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
How are you today?
I'm good. Just landed, so ready to go.
And first night of the tour with Aurora almost completely sold out.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one actually. You know, first time in Vancouver too, so really looking forward to it. You know.
And you've toured. You got to know Aurora a little bit. You were saying that you played some shows with her in Europe.
Yeah, we did 4 dates. In the middle of January with them, so we kind of know the guys now, which is actually nice. You know, you're not kind of jumping into a long stretch and not knowing people. You've kind of you've touched base already, which is great. Like,
now tell us about your album just dropped. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it was kind of made quite differently to my previous record. The last one was a very solitary. Kind of endeavor, I suppose. It was made over a long space of time with kind of me and one other producer, not a lot of contributors, and this one was completely different. We kind of opened the doors to the people that were interested in contributing to it, and then it was made in transit between Iceland, London, New York, LA, and then finished at home back in Cork.
And just this fits nicely into the next question. You worked with one of the producers and you spent a lot of time in Iceland as well before. I take it. And
with Valgeir. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Icelandic artist or album?
Well, I've been listening to the soundtrack to the film called Mandy, which is actually a Nicolas Cage film, and it's an incredible movie. And the soundtrack's done by a guy, Johann Johannsson from Iceland, who died about, I think, 2 years ago. And it's kind of been my like exploring album. I kind of tend to put it on and walk around the cities that we land in. So it's really, really dark, really deep at times, really kind of brutal at times, but kind of breaks apart into these really expansive, delicate moments as well. So it's a beautiful like piece of work.
And what's the name of your latest album for those not in the know?
Far Out Dust is my record. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's handy.
We like to educate. It's important. It's a small piece of information, but it's a little important.
Yeah.
So what's a record for you? You've could have been listening to it for a long time. You've listened to it for a long time, but it will always kind of hit you emotionally.
I think like Kate Bush's Hounds of Love is like probably one of my like favorite records ever, I think. And I love the fact that it's like split. It's kind of part A, part B, and part A is this like probably has some of the best pop songs ever written, and then part B is this really kind of concept piece about someone adrift at sea. And like I think like that in itself is kind of genius, that you can marry those two worlds, and that was something that I definitely took. And definitely like adopted. We wanted to make a pop record for this most recent album, but I wanted it to have kind of a heft or a weight or something. So, there was definitely a lesson to be learned there, I think.
Did you ever get a chance to see Kate live?
No, I didn't. I missed her shows actually 3 years ago in London. She played like a.
It was an impossible ticket.
Yeah.
She sold out. It sold out like in 10 minutes.
Yeah, something. But
like 30 shows or something.
It was a 30.
Yeah, I think in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's insane. Which was a shame. I would have loved to have seen it, but maybe she'll come again.
I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you you have to purge your record collection.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to take one record.
Yeah.
Which album would it be?
Maybe like that is tough. I might make one record. If I could pick two. One record, maybe like Talk, It's My Life. I think everybody kind of, the Spirit of Eden record is like such kind of an iconic, timeless piece. But I love the way Mark Hollis talks about the It's My Life record. He said it's like where Talk was born, and your songs like Such a Shame, It's My Life, and like I think they're it is this kind of timeless thing, and I love the fact that it from there, it went into like hyper critically acclaimed kind of meandering music, you know what I mean? But it began in these roots of pop or something. So maybe that's it.
And on a happier note, I'm trying. I don't want to make the show's not about me; it's about you. But I want to educate. I'm trying to get my son into good music. I mean, he likes music, but I want to start him a record collection.
Yeah.
So, what's a good album to start, and not children's, but it could be children's.
I suppose it's a tough one. Cocteau Twins, maybe Heaven or Las Vegas or something like that. Might be one to. It's kind of an easy in, and like it's quite an iconic vocal as well or something. So yeah, maybe Cocteau Twins, Heaven or Las Vegas.
That's a good pick. Hopefully it'll relax him a little bit.
Yeah, it's chill.
It's a little on the rambunctious side. He's at that age,
Yeah.
God forbid he's gonna burn the house down.
Yeah.
What's a good record for? I know you're on the road. You're gonna be on the road for quite a while, I guess. But just to, if you're kicking about the house and stuff, just to relax and put on for some background music.
I have a friend of mine, Yofferder, who is a project JFDR, and her album Brazil is like a really kind of beautiful, kind of something that, because I don't really like the idea of kind of background music, but it's more something that you can really like latch onto, or it's really kind of focusing music, I think. So that's always something that I kind of dip back into. It's a beautiful piece of like. And just examples of songwriting, it's incredible,
I'll have to look out for that one.
Yeah,
Sounds interesting. But can you repeat the...
JFDR. Brazil.
Okay. And what inspired... Was there an album when the light bulb went off that inspired you to start singing? That one moment you knew?
I think not so much an album, but maybe actually Tim Buckley's Starsailor. There's a song on it called Song to the Siren. I just it's like probably one of my favorite songs ever, but I think that was definitely a song that like moved me to like make music. And it's just, there's some certain versions of it that are so raw and just so delicate and just about the song and just about the lyrics that it's hard to ignore something that's that powerful or something, you know what I mean, in its simplicity or something. So maybe that, yeah, Tim Buckley Starsailor, maybe. Like it's a kind of a weird album to listen to. It's pretty, pretty formless in places, but there's some amazing moments on it. Another
artist that died pretty young.
Yeah.
He was, I don't know how old he was, but I think he must have been in his
Tim Buckley? Jeff died at 28, right?
Yeah, Jeff drowned.
Yeah,
and his father died at a younger, I think, at a younger age too.
Yeah.
His dad,
I didn't even realize that.
Pardon? Like the Kennedy. They have the Kennedy.
The gene.
I shouldn't say that.
Well,
I might offend some people out there. We shouldn't laugh at death, right?
Well, maybe we should.
It
happens to everybody, right?
Yeah, right? It's something that's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Aside from your wonderful album that just dropped. Mm-hmm. Is there something else new that we should be looking out for?
Well, my record of my favorite record of last year was Nils Frahm All Melody, I think. We went to see his release in the Funk House in Berlin, and it's just the most incredible show. And I think the album really just captures the room that it's made in as well. He speaks about it kind of amazingly, that he spent a year working on the workflow before he actually made any music, and you can really sense the space or something in the album. So yeah, that would be my one to, if nobody's listened to it already.
Thank you so much for your time being on the show, and especially your patience.
I'm delighted.
we like to ask all our guests for some words of wisdom that they can share with our audience and your audience.
Words of wisdom.
Advice, a joke.
Advice, a joke. If you're on tour, get a water bottle. Maybe. Is that all right?
Yeah. Water's good for everybody.
Yeah.
Not even on tour,
helps,
right?
Yeah.
That's a good one. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe.
And if you're really feeling it, please hit us up on Patreon. Cheers.